The Philippines is a melting pot of diverse cultures and creative minds, a home for unique business ideas and inspiring endeavors. A perfect setting to kick off our brand new series geared towards empowering and inspiring budding entrepreneurs. Here at Common Ground Rockwell, we set the scene for partnerships, collaborations, and business, an arena for discovering the country's next business prodigy. This is the headquarters of Project Go. Our mission is to breathe life into your brilliant ideas. I am Maggie Wilson, your mentor and host, and this is the premiere episode of Project Go, the show that makes your idea real. These contestants have been shortlisted among hundreds of hopefuls. But before the reveal, let me introduce to you my 5 Project Go co-mentors. Hi guys!
Hi.
And of course we have Tina, who is joining us live from Taiwan.
Hello guys!
Okay, I think we are ready to meet our contestants.
We were introduced into the development of masks with our collaboration with the Philippine General Hospital's Pulmonology Division. We made the COVID patient use ATO venti mask, which was a success medically.
Do you see more uses for that mask post-pandemic?
Yes, we do actually.
Would you be able to have like a more compact design, like not with something sticking out?
Let me make our answer very graphic.
There you go.
When I found out that they already tested, like PGH doctors already used it, I was blown away. Like, honestly, I was like, wow, how did Rappler not write about this earlier?
Good morning, everyone. Did you know that the #1 cause of fire in our country is electricity malfunction? With my background in the fire safety industry, I came up with a better idea. And that's how I came up with ProTech.
How does it work?
It's a technology inside all the socket and adapters.
Honestly, I think people will buy into it.
Yeah. Especially if he starts selling it to the companies that make adapters, because he's selling the tech.
Are you ready for the future of farming? What if I tell you that we can fight food shortage more effectively? That you can have fresher, cleaner, more affordable, more nutritious food in your table. Our business is very scalable, but at the same time, it is space efficient. We use renewable energy, conserve resources, and produces zero waste. We want to inspire our generation and the future generation that being a farmer is essential, very rewarding, fun, and of course, profitable.
Here in the Philippines, shortages, it's a problem every year. So if there is a business that can guarantee supply all year round, perfect.
We are MindoCheo, your on-demand virtual tutoring service. MindoCheo, which means to teach your mind, is an online web service that allows students to book MindoCheo educators wherever and whenever they need help. It is a digital booking service. All sessions will be online.
MindoCheo aims to help every student with their educational needs.
We plan on partnering up with schools and universities in order for MindoCheo to gain more traction.
Awesome idea. I think it's really much fit into the COVID situation and taps into the need of how parenting or everybody across the age also want to learn more and fully leverage the technology to make it happen.
The consequences of not being tech literate are growing rapidly. Now, what if there's an enterprise that narrows this gap? We in Control N will make that happen.
Why Control N?
As you know, like Control N, it actually symbolizes creating new window in a browser or creating a new document in a Microsoft Word program, right? So I chose Control N because I wanted, these new skills that we have to make everyone future ready to be imparted to everyone. So that's basically the inspiration why I actually chose Control N.
I loved his story, which was I could relate to it. It was packaged nicely, and on top of that, there is a need for this.
Pasabay PH, an online personal shopping platform where customers can shop and request for anything they want and need. We also aim to help the local economy by bringing local products wherever it may be needed. We at pasabay.ph will source, purchase, and deliver it to you.
I like the idea of her sending things from Manila to the province, but it was limited to just Naga. I feel like the vision has not been fully realized yet.
Zogbo is a new and proposed solution, a marketplace for ghost kitchens. Why did we come up with this concept? Is to help and empower ghost kitchens and online food sellers during this pandemic. Our strategy, knowing that there are lots of players out there, is to innovate on the story side of this ghost kitchens.
It's kind of unclear to me and doesn't have a sense of direction. But if he keeps studying it, there's a possibility it might click.
Our tinapang bangus, freshly cut, expertly cooked, and traditionally smoked, so that you will have that nostalgic feeling when you taste it. From our home to your table.
In that industry, it's very congested. Especially in Bulacan, I go there a lot. So the fishing business there, it's hard to penetrate and it's very competitive. So to me, he has to put more effort to make it work. I've seen a lot of these here in Manila. What makes you guys different?
We clean the shoes that we receive like it's our own. We at Soul Saver, we give all our heart and all our soul for the service.
So Tina, what do you think?
They are in a very, very competitive field. They really need to think more of how they market their product and how they price their product. Like what's their unique selling point so they can find a chance to scale.
We want to be the third version of a recording company, which is a service-oriented company that caters to both the artists and the fans. And we want both the fans and the artists to have somewhere to meet in the middle.
Felt like there was too much going on. They had so many ideas that really what they needed to do was narrow down what they wanted to specialize in.
When I was a boy from a poor family, I used to ask my father, "Father, please buy me a Batmobile." "No, we can't, that's too expensive." As a young boy, as young as 6 years old, I have been creating toys myself. This is Garbatron. Garbatron is a Filipino robot, came from junks. All over the world, when I used to work overseas in different countries, they always thought that Filipinos are good in multitasking. You are good in making money out of garbage. Is that true? And I said, yes, we are.
Their story was probably the most touching story for me, heartwarming. My advice to them would be to lean more on the custom toys.
I literally envisioned the headline in my head. Oh, what a story, right? Someone chasing after his dream in the Philippines after years of working abroad.
Building a farm is hard, but managing a farm is a lot harder. This is actually one of the reasons why farmers fail, because of lack of proper farm management. Now, this is what Tagani brings to the table. To the farm. We allow you to build a farm easier through our farm franchising program and manage it well through our farm management app. And the Tagani business model is quite simple but unique. We help you build your farm, then we help you sell your produce through our marketing channels.
I fully believe in him. This business of his will go places. I'm confident in that.
They seem to have a very clear picture of what it is that they want to do, like a full-on structure already. I feel like they might not need us to help them out. However, I think it's a great business model. I think agriculture is something that is needed in the Philippines. We import a lot of our food into the country, and I feel that we have all this land and we can actually farm our own produce.
The hygiene wearables are instant hassle-free self-hygienic protectors. The wearables can be in the form of strips. There is also bands or bangles.
Until I see a prototype, until I see how the product will feel, I just don't know if there's more business post-COVID for them.
The company aims to keep 60% of the waste of its customers in the landfill through provision of education and required assets needed for an efficient waste segregation.
Can I know more about how long you've been working on this or thinking about this, and what's your process of getting this out there, having this idea?
I had this idea for a long time already, but it's just this year since we're working from home, and then I had a lot of time and I see a lot of posts about these particular issues, and then eventually I decided that why not really push for this idea.
She knows what she wants. Definitely so much room for improvement.
Listening to her of how she wants to, collect waste and make it a circular living, doing sustainability part of things, it's awesome. I hope she will succeed in the future.
We'd like to develop an online waste management platform that will help our users to properly dispose their unwanted waste.
And to do this, we use our advocacy to fuel our strategy in order to make a positive impact within our community.
We will utilize a revenue model that allows us to charge a commission rate for the use of our services, sell recycling equipments, or waste merchandise, and recover and recycle items that can be reused.
And we'll also launch an online movement, which we are calling #BeAGoodJunkie.
They did not mention anything about partnering up with LGUs, and I feel like that may be something that they should look at.
The Nest is all about bringing our clients the feel of home within their home and making their lives comfortable without compromising their budget.
Do you make the items yourself? Do you have like a workshop, or do you outsource the manufacturing or the making of your items?
We outsource the primary materials, but we make everything, like our rattan mirrors at the back. We made it all by hand. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Once you have a good story, once there's passion in it, things could follow through. It's like a domino effect.
Tabs offers SEO, content writing, and graphic design solutions to SMBs across the globe at very cost-effective rates. We want to niche down to 3 main services, which is graphic design, which is you have already mentioned, which includes logo creation, creative brand identity, marketing materials. But also we want to expand to content writing. A lot of the SMBs out there are looking for content because you always have to refresh your content, right? You always have to release a new article on your blog. Connecting to that is SEO. SEO is not a lot of people know how to use SEO right now, which I think is a very good opportunity for us to explore into.
And with that, we want to build staffs with a mission to also serve the less privileged youth in the country by opening more accessible career options for them.
This is what our country needs, and I'm sure a lot of consumers will be using their services. If I could invest my own money to them, I would.
In DB, we want to help Filipinos bounce back from COVID-19 by developing a peer-to-peer modified rent-to-own platform where Filipinos and businesses can easily, affordably, and securely rent in and out their items and maybe buy it if they so choose to.
What kind of items will I be able to rent from your website?
So currently, the items on site are those that are commonly used to start a business. For example, appliances. And right now, one of our hot items are computers, laptops, and cameras.
Their business model is interesting, you know. It's definitely a good platform, and it's an opportunity for entrepreneurs or even big businesses to use, right? You need to rent a camera for a photo shoot, you need to rent a space, you need to rent a laptop, maybe props, maybe clothes or whatnot. Makes sense on paper. but I think they are severely underestimating the legalities behind it.
During this pandemic, there has been an increased reliance on single-use plastics in the medical and food delivery fields. Therefore, countries are now experiencing a surge in plastic waste. So, in order to have a solution for this, we thought that we could use banana leaves.
Okay, first off, I think it's a great idea. It's fantastic. What I wanted to ask is, have you already created some prototypes?
We haven't created any prototypes yet because one of the first things that we would need is actually the machine. The machine is essentially a heat press molding machine that would apply heat and make sure that the plates themselves are dried up so that it doesn't have holes, and at the same time its waterproofing layer is preserved naturally.
Right now, I know you guys have the plate design, but it says here that you guys also want to manufacture packaging for food delivery and goods. Just out of curiosity, can you guys guarantee the integrity of the item?
So we would be sourcing our, they call it a mother bag, which would contain all the banana leaf packaging and put it there. That way the plastic we use is actually compostable and could actually be dissolved in water.
What are your thoughts?
Every business like this is always like, the idea is good.
Right. It's a raw idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
But few succeed. In fact, I don't think anyone has actually found the right formula for it. Because like what Miko's mentioning.
For banana leaves.
Yeah, banana leaves, or like there's even different ones too, right? No one has found like the go-to solution for it.
I disagree. I actually use a compostable material, so sugar cane fibers and cassava starch. So I feel that the technology is definitely out there. If it's available locally, I think it would be fantastic for the Philippine market.
Yeah.
Choosing from the harvest of fresh and innovative business ideas has not been an easy task for us. Who will make it to the top 4? Stay tuned to the next episode of Project Go to find out. Host and mentor of Project Go. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to AXN Asia for more exclusive content from Project Go.